Three, two, one, and we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the live stream. This is Elden Ring Day 7, and we're going to be picking up where we left off. So we're going to be actually, instead of we're going to we logged out over here because we were going to go ahead and let's see here. So we kind of went around to this area over here. We got a lot of that done. But we still have not done like this area. So we're going to do this area today. But before we get started on that, one of the things that I do want to do is, excuse me. I've been wanting to upgrade my, scimitar, to replace my long straight sword. It's a good weapon. There's nothing wrong with this, but the scimitar will be faster. For certain situations, I think it would be more beneficial. But I haven't really been able to upgrade it because of the lack of being able to acquire smith stones. Now, I needed, I think, like, I think 2 more in order to get to the +3, and then I can go ahead and jump to the next stone, which I actually do. Let's see what I got here. So I've got plenty for the second stone here. Actually, I've got 8. I can't believe I don't have enough. Let me go check. So let's go over there. But yeah, I want to get that scimitar upgraded. The longsword was great, but I definitely want a faster weapon for certain encounters. I thought I checked this before I logged off and I didn't have enough. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. I was a little bit spent. So we're going to stream today, obviously. And then I'll probably take like a lunch break because I start to get hungry around the 6 to 7 hour mark. And I've been kind of just pushing through and going to stream like 9 hours, and then I go and eat. So I think what I'll do is if I can go and take a break around the 6 hour mark, I'll go eat. I've already got food ready, so shouldn't be any more than like a 30-minute break. And then I'll come back and then I can stream, you know, probably even in another 4 to 5 hours, provided my brain isn't cached, because my brain does get a little cached after a while. But yeah, we can go ahead and upgrade this. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to need, why is my controller not working? Did the game just lock up or something? That's interesting. I have no controls at all. Okay, there we go. Let me kill this. That was really strange. Let me check something real quick. Okay. I thought I was actually going to have to go farm smithing stones. I went and looked up online where I can get, because I was having a hard time getting the level 1, which is what I needed, but I just realized I had some. Again, I guess I must have forgot to check when I logged off. But I was also a bit spent, so I don't know exactly when I got those, but I did. Let me go in. HDR tends to get turned off. I sometimes have to remember to re-enable it. I used to have an issue where my controller would randomly disconnect. It's a Windows issue with Bluetooth, specifically with the DS4 controller, but I'm no longer playing with a wireless. I'm still using the same controller, but I'm actually playing wired now, so I don't have issues anymore with disconnects. Okay, so now we need to go to the... I don't know what happened just then, though. That was a little weird. I have had that happen before, but it doesn't happen too often. Okay, we need to get to the blacksmith.
Well, I took you for no man to lay out your arms then.
Okay. You know what? Because I don't want to pop runes. I should go, let me do this. I should go over here. And farm a few balls. I don't, maybe 3. We'll do 3 balls. That'll give us about 6k. That should be enough to get what we need. What? I just got 10k from these from that ball. What the fuck? How did I get 10k? Well, I mean, 9,800 souls, but it was dropping 2k. That is crazy. That can't... It's weird. That because I had 24 souls and I got 9,800 soul runes. Eventually I'll get the rune thing, but it's weird. Oh shit. Okay, that time I only got 2k. So why did I get 10k for that first one? That's so weird. I mean, that's more than enough. I mean, I wasn't really needing that much. I guess I could buy arrows. Oh, we don't need to come over here. Because now we can just go over here. I wonder if that was a bug. I'm gonna have to clip that. I'm very curious why that happened.
Well, I took you no matter it's all lay out your arms then.
Okay, so we need 2 more of the number 2, so we may still have to go farm. I believe those, I mean, we'd only need 2, but I believe those I can get from those knights in Stormvale Castle. So we'll run over there and see if we can kill a couple, because we only need 2, so. Let's compare the damage real quick of where we're at. So we're at 148, this is a +5, we're at 148.32. Okay, and well, our scimitar is a level 5, so they're even on the level, but as far as speed, that makes up the difference in damage. And it is a little bit lighter too, so that'll help. Like I was going the direction with this one here, but it's quite a bit heavier, and I kind of want to have a lighter weapon. As far as speed, the scimitar is just like slightly faster, and the damage is. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, and then we did get this. We haven't really checked this out. Let me look at that real quick. We got that at the top of that we're at the end. That last boss that we did, it was over there. But we can go ahead and take that off because I think we can go ahead and start using this. It's at least strong enough to go ahead and start using. Well, actually, let's take a look at this. Oh. Huh. That's a cool looking weapon. Oh, we can't swing it around over here. Well, I guess we can go ahead and leave, and we'll head on over to Stormvale. Let's see. I think this would be a good place to start. It's those, it's not the knights, it's those little bandit looking dudes. They're the ones that drop them. Yeah, those guys. So there's several of them in here. So I could just farm these real quick and get some, but let me try out this. That's not too bad. It swings about the same speed as the longsword. What's the damage like? So 113.23. I wonder what the base of the I wish there was a way to look at the upgrade, like the potential as far as the damage. I mean, I know I could probably go online, but I'd prefer not to do that. Yeah, this one's pretty quick. Actually, should put an Ash of War on it. But let's just go ahead and see if we can knock out these I know these guys drop them because I saw them when I was coming through here trying to find. I had to kill some and I saw them drop them. And I'm pretty sure they're the level 2s. Oh, forgot about that dude. He's all, this is my porch. Alright, dude. Damn, he's got a long range on that. He's still, he didn't drop anything. Let's see if this fool drops anything. Another place that potentially drops them, I think it's only level 1 though, is those giant trolls. We could always try that too. I don't want to spend too much time on that if we don't have to. I probably should have spent my my runes. That should be fine. Also probably should upgrade this bullshit. Let's Just gonna blow that shit up. Oh, another place where I could probably get them is those bandits in that one little area. So that actually has more bandits than this. So I should probably go over there. Actually, this guy might drop some. Shit. Where's he at? Where the fuck did he go? Oh, there he is. Is he finally coming around? All right. Wow. I was getting them to drop quite a bit, and now they're not dropping at all. That's could just be the luck of the draw here. But after we clear this, we'll go over to another area. Hey, Roman, how are you? Welcome to the stream. I don't think this dropped anything. Oh. Have you completed Horizon, the new one? I just kind of... I'm doing pretty good. Thank you for asking. Yeah, I think I need to go to that other area. Let me warp over there. Ink. I think it might be here. No, that's not it. That's where the eagles are. Actually, I think I can drop down though. I think I can drop down. Yeah, we want to get to that area. So, Horizon and R are on break. It broke my heart, so I'm on strike. Oh, no. If you don't want to talk about it, that's cool. I haven't really played it. I just kind of got to like the first zone area just to kind of you know, test the game and just see how it is. I had performance issues when I tested it on my PS5. I don't know how well it works on PS4. Oh, do you mean like it broke your heart in regards to like something that happened in the story? Like, is it like real dramatic? Yeah, these guys drop. Okay, so it's just like a story. Yeah, I definitely don't want any spoilers. If it's something like story related that kind of broke your heart, okay, that's cool. I was getting a little concerned that the game didn't live up to your expectations. Like, that's what I was thinking. So it was, but you enjoyed it. It was just a bit kind of sad. It's level 1. We need level 2. Yep, more level 1s. I thought these dropped level 2s, so we'll clear out this area and then we'll probably move on. These guys are not very bright. They're, yep, level 2. That's what we needed. We need, I think, 2 of those. So these guys do drop.
Boy.
Yeah, it's story related. Okay. But I am enjoying it. Okay, that's what I wanted to hear. At least you're enjoying it. I have had some performance issues, but nothing to make me stop playing. I found some of the bugs entertaining. Yeah, so, like I said, I haven't really played the game. I just, I ran around in that, so in the beginning of the game, you take like this skylift down, and that brings you like to the first main area. That's where I have my character, where I've just like done some testing, just, you know, like I said, just running around. So the performance issue that I ran into is after I'm playing for maybe like running around for like maybe 45 minutes, the game starts to like stutter really bad, and it starts to slow down. And all I have to do in order to fix it is just exit the game and then restart it, and it fixes it. Hey, Junaid, welcome back to the stream, man. And now you can see your chat. I imagine it's probably because you did that sub. I didn't know if that was the reason why you did the sub, because of the chat, but I do appreciate it. But I wasn't too worried about Horizon on that, because I wasn't going to play it. I was going to wait, because I still need to finish the first game completely, because I keep getting like further and further each time. And then, you know, by the time they do, or by the time I get around to playing it, I imagine that those performance issues will be fixed. So like, I'm not too concerned about that. Yeah, I've been playing quite a bit. I started, I think, last week, and I've been playing. I think last week I did 4 days, and then today is, see, we did Monday, Wednesday, and today's Thursday. So this on my 3rd day, and I'm going to stream again probably tomorrow. This game lived up to the hype. I mean, I was a little concerned because it was, you know, was hyped so much. Because that can sometimes be a problem. Yeah, that's kind of what I had, Roman. It got sluggish, and just all you got to do is like restart the game, and it fixes it. I did have that happen several times though, but I wasn't worried about it because it was at launch. Like, it was literally at launch. And I bought the game like because I was able to get it at the, you know, normal $60. I won't harp on that, won't beat that dead horse again, but I thought, well, because I figured Sony was going to catch on to that, because it was kind of a loophole for people to be able to buy it at that price. So that's why I wanted to go ahead and buy it. It has nothing to do with, you know, not wanting to support the developers of Guerrilla Games, because, you know, I think they're great. You know, I definitely enjoy their games and all that. It's not really them, it's the way, you know, Sony is, and in my opinion, the greed that they've been exercising. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm not really sure, Junaid, because Corey Barlog gave an update about 2 weeks ago, I think. And it's a real short video. I'll send you the link on Discord, but the development's going good. I mean, they did have to delay God of War 1 too. They had to delay it. They actually, when they ran into the issues, they wanted to delay it by like 2 months, and Sony gave them like 4 months, because it was supposed to be a Christmas release, but it didn't make it. And then they were like, well, we only need like a couple more months, and Sony went ahead and said, we're going to push it to April. So then they released it like April 20th or something like that. I think it was because of the marketing and looking at when other games were going to be released, stuff like that. But everything seems to be going well with that. The reason why it got pushed back like a year is, like I've already bitched about, is because Sony's backporting all their PS5 games to the PS4, very much like what they did with Horizon Forbidden West. So all the exclusives that us PS5 owners were supposed to get and why we bought PS5s are being backported. So that's why. That's why some of us are not happy with Sony. It has had some updates, so it's been better. Oh yeah, I imagine so. I imagine it's better. I don't know when I'm going to get to playing it, because I know this game is going to keep me busy for several months, because I'm going to do this playthrough, and then I'm going to do kind of another playthrough where I go in and I'm going to try to get all the achievements and all the items if it's possible, and do all the quest lines, so that's going to take a while. And then after I do that, then I might, depending on how PvP is, I might start getting into the PvP side, depending, it just depends.
Boy.
It is locked to 60 FPS. However, you can, if you're on PC, you can go to Nexus Mods, and there is a mod that will allow you to unlock the I don't know how many we needed of this. I forgot. Let's do another run through there. And you can unlock the frame rate, but you would only be able to do it for PvE. You would not be able to do it for PvP. I don't know if there's a item in the game that increases drop rate. I haven't seen one, but usually they put something like that in the game. This is kind of the first time I've actually done any real farming. I did a little bit of like souls farming or rune farming, I should say, but that was pretty easy to do because I found a spot where you can get like 2,000 runes from this ball that this asshole's hitting me.
Boy.
Thanks for asking. That's what, it went great. So here's what happened. I ordered all the parts, and all the parts were supposed to be delivered by like Wednesday, which was yesterday, right? That was when everything was expected to be delivered. Everything got delivered Tuesday and early Tuesday. I think I got all the parts by like 2 p.m. in the afternoon on Tuesday. So that's why I didn't stream on Tuesday, because I was like, oh, I can go ahead and build it. It took me literally 6.5 hours to put the build together, test it, get it installed, install, you know, all my programs and everything up and running. And it's running perfect. Like, it was, you know, a very, very smooth and easy build process. I didn't run into any issues at all, which was really, really nice. I wish AMD was like that. And the performance is really good too. So to give you an idea of the performance, I have a 9900K that's overclocked to 5 gigahertz, and I ran the Cinebench benchmark, which is R23, and the score I got on that, I think, was 12K. I think it was like, yeah, no, 12. Yeah, 12K. When I ran the same benchmark, okay, let me back up again. So I got 12K. It used 200 watts of power, and the temperature was hitting around 80 degrees. My 12600K, the new chip, was pulled just over 17,000, so a 5,000 point lead over the 9900K, it used 95 watts of power, and it maxed out temperature at 60 degrees. Thank you, Roman. I appreciate it, and have a good night. So it runs really cool, and it outperforms my 9900K. So yeah, and I am running Windows 11. So I did run into I've run into a few issues with Windows 11, but it's Windows 11 specifically. It's not like issues like hardware wise. But most of the issues on Windows 11, with the exception of the frame tearing I was getting, which I was eventually able to fix, have been pretty minor. I think the biggest issue was the frame tearing, because I thought it was so bad I thought I was going to have to go back to Windows 10. So what was happening, I don't know if I'd mentioned it to you, but I was having an issue where when I would go to stream, or not stream, or well, just stream or even record, I was getting screen tearing, and that's not going to work. You know? So, but there's a setting in Windows that you can turn off, and it for the most part fixes the issue. They didn't drop anything. Okay, so let's head back. I'm trying to get these stones so I can upgrade my scimitar. What GPU did you pair with your new system? Okay, so that's actually a really good question. So the system that I'm running, it's mainly to be used as a media server, to like host, like for just playing like TV shows, movies, streaming my music for my music server, you know, throughout my apartment, and that's pretty much all it is. So it doesn't need a GPU. So, and that's another reason why I went with Intel, because Intel has their own iGPU. Now AMD also has chips that have iGPUs, and actually those are perform better if you're going to be gaming, because there have been a lot of performance tests, and exactly, it's very light. Now I could slap a GPU in it, but I wanted it to run cool and quiet. It's silent as hell. I've got the fans at a very low RPM, so I can't even hear it. It runs cool. Like I said, it's just all the tasks on it are very, very light. So in fact, I could technically get it to run cooler by undervolting it, and I may do that later. I just haven't, you know, I just got it up and running and was happy with it, but I'll probably, you know, see if I can do something with that later. It's very efficient. Like that, you know, people beating up on Intel for the longest time about how they run hot and how they're inefficient. I will say that my 12900K is not, I mean, it's still more efficient than AMD, but it's still not the best on efficiency. Because, well, if I leave it at stock, it's actually pretty efficient, and it'll generally max out temperatures around, I think 75 or 80, I think, somewhere around there. But if you unlock the power limits, which I've done, then it starts to push to like 85, 90, and it's pulling like 260 watts. At what point they started to get hotter than AMD? Well, I think what happened was Intel was, you know, because they had not, you know, offered any new architecture because there was no competition. AMD, you know, released a whole new architecture, and when they did that, it was very efficient, power-wise and heat and energy. But here's something that a lot of people don't really understand about AMD. It's a good thing. It's a good thing and a bad thing. So the reason why AMD doesn't get hot is because their chips will throttle once they get to a certain temperature. So if you get to, like, for example, 60, 65, 70 degrees Celsius, what's going to happen is if the temperature gets to that point, it pretty much, like, the chip will stop at that point, meaning it won't boost any higher. Which is why they say if you have a really beefy cooling system on it, then you will be able to get higher clock speeds. But the thing is AMD is not like Intel, because Intel, you can add, 200, 300, or even 400 more megahertz in clock speed, and you do notice the performance. AMD, you add another 200 megahertz, 300 if you're lucky, if you've got the cooling for it, but you don't really notice a difference. So it's I didn't really know that. Like comparing AMD to Intel was actually, it's just not fair to either company, because it's really apples and oranges. I do think that for the most part that AMD has done really well with the architecture of being able to get away with things that it's not exactly designed for. But there's something about Intel and the way they do their validation for their hardware that just seems to work really well with other hardware and software applications that AMD just, I don't know what it is. If they don't validate, maybe they don't spend the money on it. I don't know, because I had a lot of problems with all my AMD systems, which I've already voiced. The current AMD chips, have they been having a lot of problems? I don't really know. Here's what I discovered after using AMD for 3 years. If you are using... So let me start with Intel first. So Intel has Alder Lake out right now, right? And their current motherboards are 600 series boards. They're like 660 and 690. The next chips that they release, which will be Raptor Lake, they will work on the 600 series boards that we have now. Or you can buy the next series boards, which will be 700. And they'll work just as good. Now, if you're trying to overclock, you might not get the best overclocking experience if you go that route on an older board, but it will work. AMD, on the other hand, one of their biggest selling points and why people were raving about using AMD is you could use all these boards going all the way back to the 300 series boards and all the way up to like the 500 series. I feel that's a bit of a lie, because the older boards had a lot of problems. And that's why I kind of consider it a bit of a lie, because when I built my 3950X and I upgraded the motherboard to the X570, a lot of my problems went away. Now, I still had problems, but most of them were alleviated. So what that tells me is that the other two boards that I used that were older boards were not... It wasn't like what AMD sold us on, that they were compatible. I would say they were semi-compatible, but and I think if you're maybe building a simple system and maybe you're not doing much more than just like you're very particular on certain programs and certain hardware, maybe you're not using capture cards, maybe or certain audio devices, you might not experience some of the problems that I experienced.
Boy.
But touchwood, my 3800X and B450 Tomahawk hasn't given a problem yet. See, and that's the thing. I know you're not lying. You're not the only one to say that. I've talked to other people. I've talked to other people who, like yourself, have have used AMD and haven't had a single issue. So I don't really know how to explain it, other than it's certain, certain hardware configurations. But I will say this. So here, I used ASUS, my first two AMD systems. Well, my first AMD system, I used an ASUS board. My second AMD system, I also used an ASUS board. My third AMD system, I used a Gigabyte board. But I also did swap boards. I also swapped memory. I swapped M.2s. I would agree. And you want to hear something interesting? My stream rig that I'm using right now, which is running a 12900K, I went with the MSI Tomahawk. It's not the same board, but it's the same company. It's my first MSI motherboard, and it's been rock solid. I haven't had any issues. And I went with this board because it was a DDR4 motherboard, because I didn't want to go DDR5, and it had the features that I was looking for. And it was a good price. Like, I was able to get the bonus package with where like Newegg sells bonus deals where you can buy a motherboard and CPU together. And yeah, we still haven't gotten it. And I saved quite a bit of money. I literally saved like about $70. So I was able to get like my Intel 12900K for about $550, somewhere around there, or $550 or $540, I can't remember. My 12600K, I got that for $250 because it was on sale. So very good pricing on that front. And Intel has another advantage over AMD. I don't know how long it'll last, but Intel has their own fab, which means they create their own chips. And AMD is relying solely on TSMC, which is why they've been having issues as far as production. The 12900K, it's my workstation. I don't really feel the need to upgrade my game rig. It plays all my games to expectations. Although after seeing how cool Alder Lake runs compared to my 10900K, I've considered upgrading just to save power and lower temperatures. But I'm gonna wait for Raptor Lake if I decide to upgrade. Yeah, it's plenty. Like, power, as far as like performance for games, there's no reason to upgrade from my 10900K. It's a beast. But the only reason I would consider upgrading is to lower temperatures and lower power draw. Because I could literally slap in probably like a 12700K, and it would draw less power and it would run cooler. Okay, it's still level 1. I need level 2. I think I only need one more level 2. But I'm probably going to be playing this game for a while. I did kind of want to play some other games this summer, but I think this is going to probably keep me occupied for a bit. Yeah. Well, I've got my desk set up now, so I can do that. Did I show you my desk setup? I think I sent you pictures, but I can show you video if you want to check it out. Just let me know. I can give you a quick tour. I wasn't sure if I had sent you photos or not in Discord. I've sent a few people photos. Like, it's dropping the level 1s pretty regularly, but level 2s have been a little bit scarce. I think I've only gotten like one since I've been here. Actually, there's some more of these guys over here. Yeah, I can show you. Well, I can show you live. Just give me a second. Let me kill these fools. Oh, wait a minute. I think there's one more. I guess this one climbed down. There's one more over here. Yeah, this guy. Hey, he didn't give me anything. Okay, let me see if I can pull this up real quick. Okay, so I'm gonna have to pull my pull back like this. See the top of my head there. So I've got my I got like a 1080p. I think that's a 24-inch monitor over there on the left. The center screen is a 48-inch LG C1, and then over here on, you can't really see it. I've got another 4K display over here. And then down here is a touchscreen. And this allows me to do like annotations as I'm playing. So when I'm, want to explain something, I can, draw over here. Another thing that I can do with it is, I can also control my music. So if I want to play music on stream, I can do like all the, all the scrolling here to control it all. And then of course, if I want to, pull up a web browser, search something real quick to talk about, can do that. And this is a very inexpensive touchscreen that I found, and it's really small too. I mean, you can kind of see how small it is. You can see like my hand size. It kind of gives you an idea how big it is. It's not real big. This screen is huge. This is it's kind of dark, but exactly. Just real quick. This is like I think this is a 32. It's either 32 or 34. I can't remember, but it's a 4K display. And then this is for volume control for the live stream, as far as like the game volume, music volume, desktop volume, and then got my chat window. So when I'm playing, I can, easily look up and down, from the game to the chat. This is what was giving me problems when you were chatting the first day, because I actually had to use the chat window on this screen before it started working properly. And then of course I got my Stream Deck. And then down here, it's a little hard to see. Let's see if I can pull this up. I've got my DAC for the audio. That's going to turn off here in a second. And then I've got my mixer, which again, is hard to see. It's a little bit better. The mixer mixes like the mic volume, music volume, game volume, all that stuff. And yeah, so that's kind of like the quick tour or whatever. Again, I can kind of do a pullback on it here. But yeah, that is the setup.
Boy.
Yeah, I'm still working on it. It's not complete yet, but it's mostly done. Oh, what was that? Okay. I guess let's pour it out of here again. Yeah, the touchscreen, I actually use a touchscreen at my other setup, which is the one that I would normally game at. It's really big though. I'm actually thinking of replacing it for a smaller one like the one I'm using now, because the other one is I can't remember what the screen size is. I think it's a 24 inch. But it's kind of big, and I just need something small and simple because I'm mostly gaming. I'm not really doing a lot. I don't really need that big of a screen, but the reason why I bought it is because at the time, these little touch screens like the one I just showed you, they didn't exist, or at least not to the quality level that they do now. So, but yeah, I've been pretty pleased with the performance of it. Okay, I'm gonna do one more here, and then we're gonna go try the trolls and see if they drop, because this has been like, we got one and we haven't gotten one since. So I don't know what the hell the deal is. Oh shit, I'm out. No way, I'm out of arrows. Okay, I'm gonna have to go buy arrows. I've got plenty of runes though, but
always.
Boy.
okay, that oh, I was just out of. That's weird. It didn't restock me when I went over there. The 2600K, that would kill the 10900K or both on par. Oh, the 12600K. I think the 12600K would beat it. I think for gaming, if you're just gaming, I think it would beat it. I'd have to look to be sure, but I think it would. And for the price, I mean, we're talking, well, it's no longer on sale. I think it probably went back up to 280 or whatever the price is. But I mean, even if it's $300, you're talking about a gaming chip that you can use, because if you remember in the past, a top level performing gaming chip used to run like $400 to $500, and now you can get it for $300 or less from Intel. I mean, yeah, it's kind of a no-brainer.
Well, I took you.
The only reason I recommended for you to go Intel is because you're pretty much guaranteed you're not going to have, issues. Where AMD, you're kind of rolling the dice. Like I said, I understand you haven't had any issues with your AMD chip, and I believe you. Okay, we do need one more. But that doesn't mean it's going to go that way, every time. It could, but it might not. You know what? I'm going to try those trolls after all.
Boy.
Well, that's the thing. You're not paying extra anymore because Intel has had to lower their prices. In fact, right now, Intel is slightly cheaper. Not by much, but they are slightly cheaper. But it's not like a huge difference. You're not like saving like $50 or $100. You're maybe saving like $10 to $20 but you're getting a chip that you know is not going to give you issues, is going to have, you know, a wider array of compatibility across multiple applications and hardware scenarios. And that's the only reason I went with AMD is because there was no other multi-core chip available other than going with like the older workstation chips, and those were way outdated. That was the only reason I went with AMD, because I honestly, after that 3700K, I was like, okay, I'm done. But I went with that 3950X. It wasn't like completely terrible. It was definitely the better experience out of all three, but still not my most favorite experience. I'm trying to figure out which port. Maybe over here. You do. Yeah, you definitely do. You know, it's not even just games, but even just, you know, other hardware configurations. Oh, I know where I'm at. Oh, good. We can jump right here. Because there are... Whoa. Okay, there we go. There's supposed to be some trolls around here, which we want to hunt. Did we not... Oh, shit. We never unlocked this. How did we miss this? That's weird. My old first-gen Ryzen, some games ran like crap. Yeah, first-gen Ryzen was, in my opinion, AMD didn't really become competitive until third-gen. Like third-gen, that's when Intel really started to get in trouble. And the fourth-gen, which was the 5000 series, was when AMD completely overwhelmed Intel, and Intel was just like KO'd, you know. But you also have to consider this. Look at how quickly Intel turned around. I mean, they literally turned around in less than 2 years. That's pretty damn good. I mean, of course they had the money to do so, but it's kind of crazy because I remember Linus saying that, you know, he was saying that, oh, it could take Intel years to catch up to AMD. Yeah, they probably did, but and they had reason to, because they were in serious trouble there. I don't know how I missed this. Let me see where I'm at. Because I thought I'd cleared this whole lower map. But this area here is where I want to get to. That's where those ogres are. So I need to see if we can jump up there or something. They drop smith stones. I just don't know if they're going to drop the ones that I need. I know they drop level 1. And we... I think we can handle those guys. Hopefully so. Ah, it's a level 1. Damn. So, let me pull this up and I'll explain. I didn't know this the first few days. They did something different with these smith stones. So, if you notice at the top, let me pull up the annotations here. So, at the top it says smith stone and it's got a 1 in brackets. That means it's like a level 1. And then, whoops. And then this would be a level 2. It's got a 2 next to it, and then level 3. It was actually very confusing before I figured that out, because in past games they would say like small smithing stone or medium smithing stone or large smithing stone, and I didn't pick that up. It took like, I think it was like the third day where I was like, oh, okay, I get it now. Which it was kind of confusing by going with a numbered system like that, because when you're looting, you're seeing 2 numbers and you don't really know which is which, and the game doesn't explain it. But obviously I get it now. Anyways, to be honest, Intel were pricks. They literally did minimal. Yes, you're absolutely right. Like, I will definitely not defend them on that. There was no competition. So I'll be honest with you. I'll promote AMD so other people will buy AMD only from a selfish perspective, because as long as we have AMD fanboys out there that want to buy AMD, that keeps the balance of keeping Intel in check. And it keeps Intel in check by giving us good quality chips, as they always have, in my opinion, at an affordable price. But am I going to go buy AMD again? Only if I absolutely have to. And now that Intel is, I'm not even going to say back on top, because it's not. They are, but that's not the thing. But as long as Intel is giving us chips that are competitive in regards to the performance and price, I will always stick with Intel, especially after what I went through with AMD. Because I know when I buy Intel, it's going to work, and that I need it to work. I don't care about the efficiency or power or heat or any of that. I mean, for my media server I did, but it's good, so I don't worry about it. But for like workstation and gaming, whatever, I need it to work and perform at the level that I want. Then after Ryzen 5000, they had their heart attack. Yeah, 5000 was when Intel was KO'd. Like third gen was Intel was, I would say, still competitive, and because there were certain applications that Intel was still beating AMD on, and then there were certain applications and situations where AMD was winning. But when it came to gaming, Intel was still king, and not by a little bit, by quite a bit. But 4th gen, which was 5000 series, that was the KO moment. Like, Intel had to do something at that point. Well, they needed to do something at 3rd gen. 2nd gen, I can understand why they didn't really do anything, because it wasn't really a threat. In a way, I'm happy 5000. Me too. Yeah, me too, because it forced Intel to give us better chips. And that's why I will probably start being more supportive for AMD. Oh, no. Shit. Oh, okay, we can... Actually, I don't want... You know what? Fell off the edge. Yeah, I want people to continue to buy AMD, because as long as people are buying AMD, that's going to keep things competitive and force Intel to well, give us good quality chips at a reasonable price. I mean, dude, I got my 12900K. Oh shit. Damn it. I wonder if I can cross that bridge to get over. There's no fucking map. Oh, hold on. You know what? Let me try over here. It sucks there's like no waypoint up there. There might be. I might have missed it. Like, I kind of had issues with the way Hardware Unbox had went, but I know why they did what they did. I still don't agree with it. Because, number one, it helped grow their channel. They pandered to, the audience that literally hated Intel. So it allowed them to grow their channel. And it also helped AMD quite a bit as far as their growth of more sales, which helped bring up the competition. Yeah, you're absolutely right, man. It was ridiculous. Oh, shit. Didn't know I had that friendly on me. Let me get the hell out of here. Oh, is there a... Dude, if there's a... Oh, there's a Grace over here. Yes. I thought we had fucking cleared this whole map. Alright, let me rest real quick. I think you're right. I think, you know, whenever you have a company that... So, what we saw from AMD and Intel, as far as the behavior, like, yes, I'm an Intel fanboy, but I'm not so much of a fanboy that I don't acknowledge where they fucked up and whatnot. I think that's been, you know, pretty apparent because, you know, a lot of people that are generally fanboys, they never want to look at the negatives and whatever negatives are there, even if they're real, like, legitimate, like, big negatives, they'll just minimize them as if they're no big deal. I'm not like that. Like, you know, I called out a lot of bullshit on Intel, but I was gonna compare what we saw from AMD and Intel. We're seeing the exact same shit right now with Microsoft and Sony, because Sony is doing the exact same shit that Intel's been doing. They think that they're so much better, and because of that, dude, I want to stay in a good mood, so I won't go into it, but Sony is fucking up big time. Like, big time. Please give me a stone. They're supposed to drop stones. Fuck, he didn't drop a stone. I don't need runes, I need stones. Yeah, I mean, honestly, in my opinion, I don't see there's any reason why he shouldn't. I really would like to know how Intel does their validation, because, like, why is it that Intel, when you buy it or build it, that for the most part you're not going to really have issues with memory or capture cards or sound cards or DACs or any of that stuff, but with AMD, like, you could build an AMD system and you might run into problems like that. I know, because I had pretty much every problem you can think of. And, like, how does Intel, like, what's the process for Intel having that level of compatibility to where you're not going to run into issues? I don't really know what, you know, how that works. I just know that it does. I guess we didn't do this, so we're gonna go kill this dude. Please drop me a stone. I only need one more, damn it. Man. Apparently you can buy these stones later, but I haven't been able to find a vendor to do it. Oh, so check this out. So I have this 12600K I just built, right? The memory that I slapped in it, because I didn't have the money to buy new memory. So I had a system that was a 660, a 6600, and I had some 3000 megahertz RAM in it, and I slapped it in just to see if it would work, and it worked. I'm not using that memory now, but I was just temporarily because I didn't have the money to buy new memory. But try having old memory laying around and throwing that in an AMD system and see how well that works. Let me know how that works out for you. Yeah. I suspect that could be one of the reasons why I had so many problems with my AMD system, because of the RAM. And here's the thing, the RAM that I put in those systems was not like generic RAM. I used G-Skill, I used Corsair, all reputable companies that have good quality RAM. And, I swapped RAM and still. Getting a little better at these. Come on, give me a level 2, please. And I haven't gotten a single stone from these motherfuckers. I don't really like that he's on that edge. Okay, cool. I kind of get a little overzealous with my swings, because once you commit, that's kind of it. Had like a sword, and he also didn't give me shit.
Boy.
Oh, dude, the GPU prices are dirt cheap now compared to what they were. One thing I do want to advise, I'm going to strongly advise buying a used GPU, because a lot of them, it depends on where you're buying it from, but a lot of the GPUs that are used were minor GPUs. So as far as the life expectancy that you're going to get out of those, it is going to be reduced. And a lot of these companies are no longer offering or honoring warranty because they know that they were used for mining. You saw a lot of companies, changing their warranty because of all that shit. So if you can buy new, I would recommend doing that, so you get full warranty and you know that it's not going to be failing on you because of being used for mining. And another reason is, especially on the higher end GPUs, because NVIDIA made a poor design choice with the 3090, and what they did is they sandwiched the memory together, and when they did that, it causes the memory to run pretty hot. I haven't had an issue with mine, but I just use mine for gaming. But if I was using it for, like, you know, maybe other applications or even mining, it would be a problem. I'd have to, like, undervolt it or some bullshit. I'm going to try one more run, and if they don't give me shit, then I'm going to go back to where I was. Do you ever watch Tech Yes City? Yeah, Brian. Brian's fucking cool. I like Brian. He's one of the few tech tubers I still watch. Oh shit. I think I talked to this dude. Let's talk to him again.
Not seen you before. Name's Bernard. Tarnished, just like you. Let me ask you something. Are you here in the lands between to take up the fight? Does your faith in the guidance of grace hold firm, despite the collapse of the Golden Order? Yes, you're a Tarnished through and through. Takes me back. But that's a quality needed now more than ever. Any interest in bearing the torch of my battle arts? All I know is the sword. Picked up a fair few tricks in my time, too. Now's the time to pass them on. To a good and proper Tarnished, like you.
Oh shit, he sells a bunch of these, you know, I might just buy them all, because I got plenty of runes. I'm gonna get more, so I'm not worried about it.
There's a myriad of battle arts in these lands that I've yet to discover. Mementos of all the warriors who raised their arms in battle, lost and died. A fine tale, all told of true chivalric romance. That's how I fell in love with the sword and the arts of combat. It grants meaning even to falling in battle, to death itself.
I really like this dude's armor.
Well, until we meet again.
So in response to your, Brian, yeah, I totally agree. That's one of the reasons why I like watching him. So over the last couple of years, my tech YouTubers, as far as who I watch, has changed a bit. So Brian, I watch him, Tech Yes City. I watch, Paul's Hardware, Optimum Tech. I don't know the guy's name that runs it, but I watch him. He's got like some of the best production value in regards to like PC tech building out of anybody else on YouTube. He like just watching his videos is like tech porn. It's that good. It's the best. I mean, it's objectively the best. It's really good. And his videos are not, you know, ridiculously long, and they give really good information. Trying to think. Who else? I don't watch Jay's 2 Cents anymore. I don't really want to discuss Jay. Yeah, I'm not going to comment on Jay. I don't watch him anymore. I will occasionally watch Steve over at Gamers Nexus. And that's not because I don't like Steve. I love Steve. I love what he's doing. But I as I was telling somebody else, I don't feel for me that I feel that the target audience for Gamers Nexus is no longer towards the average consumer like myself, who is just interested in, you know, performance and performance testing. Steve has branched out into another realm that nobody else has, and that is very, very good for all of us. It's kind of indirect. So what he's doing is he's doing a lot. He's building a studio, or has built a studio, where he can do all this testing for CPU coolers, fans, cases, like all these different performance tests that a lot of these companies are just not doing when they're designing their hardware. And he's actually providing a lot of good data for people who are engineers that are working for these companies. So how that benefits us as consumers is because he's doing all this and he's being paid by these people through Patreon. Those people that are working for all these bigger companies can take all that information and then apply it to their work as they're designing the next products. So we're actually going to get better products because of it. Steve, on the other hand, is kind of like this shadow, this guy in the background who's literally doing all the engineering flawed work. So unless you know this, he's never really going to get that level of credit. Now, he may in a few years, and people who know of him and know where he started and where he is now, we know, but a lot of people won't know that. They probably will either never know or they'll find out years later. I suspect what Steve is going to do in the next 5 to 10 years is start developing his own fans, his own coolers, his own cases, because he will have enough years of data collection from all the things he's tested that he'll be able to come and accumulate and formulate good products, and he'll be able to, have them made and produced and sell them, and they'll be Gamers Nexus products. So I don't think he's there yet, but that I suspect that's the direction he's going, and nothing wrong with that, because those products are going to be very, very good because he's got all those years of experience in testing and knowing what works and what doesn't. Exactly. So but I don't watch him much. It's not because I don't love him and what he's doing. I do. It's just, number one, I don't have the time to watch his videos. They're way too long. There's information there that I don't want to say I don't care about, but I'm not an engineer. So that information, while it's interesting, yes, I have other hobbies and things I do need to learn about that pertain to things I'm actually doing. And it's a battle of time. Now, if time wasn't an issue, hell yeah, I would watch it. But time is always against us, so I just don't have time for it. But it's not to put him down. It's not to say he's not doing good. He's doing great. He's an exceptional person, and I'm glad that he's doing what he's doing. Exactly. So, I still am rooting for him. I'm still wanting him to continue doing what he's doing. It's just not really the best for my situation. Let me check something real quick. Yeah, I'm going to go back to Stormvale Castle. I'm going to try farming this again. Well, for people like us, yes, you're right. But the thing is for an engineer, or somebody who works like at Corsair or Cooler Master or any of these other companies that make coolers, cases, fans, that is valuable information. And a lot of those companies don't want to spend the money that Steve is spending. Oh no, fuck, I missed the jump. I think that's the first time I missed that. But yeah, for people like you and me, it's not really, and I actually did get a little upset with him a while back because he started to have a real entitled attitude about his viewership, because he was basically demanding that people watch his video from beginning to end. And I'm like, dude, you cannot do that, dude. You cannot, just because, I get where he was coming from, because he feels that, his content and information and the work that he puts into it deserves to be watched. And I agree, But the thing is not everybody has that kind of time, and not everybody is interested in all that information. But he backed off on that. I think he was just getting a little bit too entitled there. But yeah. So did Steve create Gamers Nexus, or is he just an employee? Oh no, he is Gamers Nexus. I started following him on Facebook before he was even on YouTube. He started posting like all these posts. I just accidentally found him. I don't even remember how I discovered him. In fact, when I discovered him, he didn't even have the long hair that he has now. He started growing it shortly after. I mean, it was a little long, but not really. I mean, it was like way shorter than it is now. And I actually called him Jon Snow because that was when Game of Thrones was, pretty big, and he was actually in the process of growing his hair out. So I would just kind of tease him, call him Jon Snow, and I would tell him that he knew nothing. It was just a joke, of course, because he does know a lot. It was more to be sarcastic. I don't think he ever responded, though. But what I like about Steve is, I don't know if you know much about the history of Linus over at Linus Tech Tips, but like, I'm not really a fan of Linus, because Linus, he did not do what Steve has had to do. Steve has had to work his ass off to get to grow his channel. Linus didn't have to do that. Linus pretty much was handed his channel, and I'll explain what I mean by that. He's been paying attention too much PC that he don't. Yeah, right. So Linus used to work for a company called NCIX, and they were a Canadian company, very much like I forget the name of the one that we have here, but anyways, they were a Canadian company that created a YouTube channel, and Linus was the host. He was the guy that basically, hosted the video to where, or narrated the video and covered products. And he worked for them for a few years, and because of that, he built an audience. Well, I should say the channel built an audience, but because he was the front man, people gravitated towards him. He did a really good job and still does. But he basically, in order to make videos at the quality level that he was doing, was not something that most people could do, because it costs money to have cameras and all the production, not to mention have access to all the hardware in order to review those products. So Linus was, working for this company, and they gave him, pretty much everything to do it. And then Linus gave them the middle finger, quit the company, and took all the subs from the company, created his own channel. Everybody migrated over to his new channel, and that's how he became the megastar that he is now on YouTube. So, in my opinion, he should pay royalties to NCIX Tech. But because of the laws, and because nobody had done that before, and because it was all new, he pretty much got a free channel. So, there's a big difference between Steve, who's had to work his ass off to build Gamers Nexus, versus Linus, that literally got handed a channel. Now, that, to be fair, that doesn't mean Linus is lazy. I'm not calling him lazy. He's not lazy. I'm sure he works very hard as well. But he did not earn what he has, is basically my point. Now, I do not watch Linus, but it's not because I don't like him. It's because he's become too much of a corporate shill, and you're not going to get honesty that way. Anytime that it's more corporate, the way he's gone, you've now lost complete honesty in that, in that person, in regards to the content. I know these fuckers drop them because I had one earlier drop. So. Like, I literally just need... Let me double check because I'm pretty sure I just need the one. Yeah, because once I get that one, then I can jump to the next level. So yeah, I just need one fucking stone. One fucking stone, damn it. I guess I killed all these guys. But these guys are the ones that end up dropping. Let me go over to the other area. Let's try this again, and then we'll come back. I need a level 2 for this thing to friggin' drop. Okay, he did drop something. Wait, there's another one there. These guys don't drop, but I need to clear them out. So, what games have you been playing as of late? I haven't really done any gaming. I didn't do any gaming in March. Well, April is when I started this, but it wasn't until the end of April. Like, all the work and upgrading I've been doing has been eating up a lot of my time. But I'll be streaming and gaming pretty regularly for quite a while now. I've gotten most of everything set up. I wonder if this guy in this room will drop one, because I can probably take his ass out. Let me at least grab these though. Wait a minute. Can't remember if I go up this or not. Like, I'll probably be playing this for quite a while. To be honest, lately, nothing new. I did try play the Forest with a Friend. I don't think I'm familiar with that. Oh yeah, we killed this other dude. Whoa, 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 whoa. That was a little weird. Okay. think I already got one of those. Damn it, he didn't give me anything. Don't drop off. Nope, nothing. I don't want them falling because if they drop loot, I ain't gonna get it. Oh, that's right. I need to go down there. Shit. I don't know if I can drop there, though. I don't think so. All this fucking trouble for one stone. Nope. No dice. Nope. Nothing. There's one more down at the bottom. Actually, I don't think I can. Yeah, I have to go this way. I think he's over here. Yeah, this guy. Fucking nothing. Wrong one. I don't know why they made getting these stones so difficult at the beginning of the game. Like the end game, it makes sense. Like the end game stones, like those should be rare for sure. But how are you to find out which weapons you're gonna like if you don't have the stones to fucking upgrade them? No, don't fall. Fuck. If you guys fall, I'm not going to get the loot. Dumb motherfuckers. Oh, that's right. We were going to try to kill this knight up here. I don't know if he would drop him, but maybe. Let's do this, dude. Oh, it doesn't go black? Oh, okay, so it must only go black for the first time. Wow. Well, I'm glad the screen doesn't go black. I probably should have healed. I didn't think it would reach that far. Ah, I was hoping he would drop it. I imagine you'll probably be able to buy those stones later in the game, but the only one that I've been able to get to sell stones is this blacksmith, but he doesn't sell the stones that I need. He only sells the what is it? The somber stones. I don't know if this guy will come out here. It's a bit of a cheese. It's not hard or anything, but that fucking stun of his sucks. Fuck off with that shit. fucking thing. What an asshole. All that for fucking nothing. Man, I've been to too many fucking places. I've only gotten one to drop. Actually, I might be able to get one to drop from one of those knights. Let's try it. Nope. Like, none of you fools will give me a fucking stone. I just need one, damn it. One level 2. Just give me one level 2, damn it. Yep, he didn't even give me one. What an asshole. None of these fools. The only reason I'm not killing those guys is because they don't drop them. It's the bandits that drop them. The knights can drop them too. Although I don't know what the drop rate is on that. Alright, and this is the courtyard that we've been farming. Ah, fucking mushrooms. There it is. That's the last one. Okay, and it came from the axe dude, so maybe those are the guys that drop them. Oh my god, I thought we would never get this fucking thing.
Well, I took you for no matter. It's lay out your arms.
Awesome. Actually, before we upgrade that, yeah, I want to do my... Now, I might have screwed myself just then, but that's okay. So we'll do that to 7. Ooh, just enough to do to a 7. Awesome. So we need 5 more level 3s. Yeah, I'm good. That's... We happy. We happy. So let's compare the damage compared to what we were using. So we were using this. So our scimitar is now... Let's see, it is a level... What is it? It's a level 8. The longsword, like, obviously if I upgrade it more, it'll actually do more damage, but it's slower. That's the point. I wanted a fast weapon. The scimitar is one of the fastest. I'm sure there's others, like even going with like a dagger. But it's good for doing sword and board attacks, which is the main reason why I wanted it. But I do want to switch over the ashes. And I also wanted to upgrade my skellies if I can.
Greeting. Are you here for spirit?
Okay, we can't upgrade them. Yeah, I think I'm gonna hold off on upgrading. Yeah, I'm not gonna upgrade any more of these. Actually, I've been tempted to buy another flask. I don't know if I want to do it. Let me go to the shrine. So we're ready to go ahead and continue progression now. Oh yeah, let's switch over our ashes. Heavy is not too bad. Yeah, heavy's actually not too bad. I do get a B in strength on that one. I get 141 plus 68 versus 155 plus 47. I'm not worried about the guard boost. Let's try heavy. I don't know if it what the difference is, and we haven't ever tried. But yeah, we'll give that a go. I still have not tried this. I don't think we have anything on the Zweihander. But we get a kick. I've been wanting a kick. Endure. What does endure do? Detailed view. No, that doesn't. War cry. Barbaric roar. Let's take a look at these because this doesn't really like explain shit. We're good with that, so let's read up on that. Okay, here we go. So, Barbaric roar grants affinities and skills to aren't right. Let loose a bestial roar to rally the spirit and increase attack power. Oh, while active, strong attacks change to savage combo attacks. That might actually be even better than, that might be good for the Claymore. Of course, it could be good for the... Of course, we do need to upgrade our Zweihander. It's a bit lacking. And then we have this other one over here, which we already know what the kick does, but let's see. Oh, okay. That would be good with the Zweihander. Or like if we were going shieldless and we were maybe using the Claymore or Zweihander, like for a boss fight or something, that could be useful. Yeah. And then what does this one do? Okay, this is the one. Wait a minute. Warcry. So. Okay, so these two are kind of similar. Interesting. Okay. Remember we bought a bunch earlier, so. Interesting. That actually might be better to use with the scimitar, because you can circle around and get backstabs. I don't really care for that. Oh, this is that attack that we were getting from the bandits. It's okay. That might be handy.
Boy.
Ah, okay. Hey, Janine, welcome back. Oh, wow. Oh, this is for fist. We're not using fists, so we can't use that. Oh shit, we have parry. So we could apply parry to shield if we wanted. Although it would have to be one that had like a good shield that was light and fast. Yeah, that would be kind of, I don't know if that would be useful. Maybe. No skill. This armament has no skill. If the armament, on the other hand, has a skill, that skill will be used. Oh, okay, yeah. Because I've been having to go two-handed in order to... Ah, I see what they did with this. That makes sense. So when you can apply skills to your weapons and shields, and your left hand, if you're one-handing, that means you have usually one item in the left hand and one in the right. So when you hit the skill button, it will effectively use the skill, but it'll use the skill from the left hand. In order to use the skill from the right hand, you have to go two-handed and then use the skill. But that kind of sucks because maybe you don't want to go two-handed, but you want to use the skill from the left or the right hand. So you put this on the left hand, and now you can be two-handing, and you can pop the skill, and it'll actually apply to the right. That's pretty smart. Because I was wondering why they did that, because I actually was kind of like annoyed with that, because I keep having to go two-handed in order to use this skill. And if I remove the skill from my shield, I won't need to do that. Yeah, that's actually pretty handy. I'm thinking of maybe adding that to one of my other shields. Let me do that real quick. So let's put on our other shield.
Boy.
Oh, this game is legit, dude. Like, they've taken like pretty much, they've learned a lot over the years of making all these Souls games. And I mean, no game is going to be perfect. There's really no such thing. I mean, we can always strive for perfection, but there never will be perfection. And there shouldn't be, because you always want to learn and grow. Otherwise, if you get to being perfect, then there's no room for growth. But this game has just gotten so, like the evolution of the development of the From Software games is, I mean, where it is now. I mean, this game is, it's really difficult to use the words to give it justice of just how great this game is. Yeah, so the first of the Soulsborne series would be Demon Souls. Then you had Dark Souls. Then you had Dark Souls 2. Dark Souls 2 is arguably not really a Souls game because it wasn't really created by the same team, but it was more like, at the time, from the research, it seems like it was more of a cash grab type of thing. And then Bloodborne and Dark Souls 3 were actually made simultaneously. Bloodborne was released, I believe, a few months before Dark Souls 3 was, but it was pretty much like they used the same engine, a lot of the same models and everything. It was a different game. And then Sekiro came after those two, and then now we're here at Elden Ring. I've played them all except for Dark Souls 2, and I still need to do the DLC from Dark Souls 3. I might do that because usually during the holidays I've been kind of on this trend for the past few years of playing a Souls game, so I may do the DLC for Dark Souls 3 during the holidays, or maybe even do Dark Souls 2, or I may just be still playing this. I can see myself playing this for a very long time because there's so much to this game. Like, it's like there's so much content here. Like, this is a game that could last for years, literally. And if they do a DLC, man. Okay, we'll do it on this one, and we'll apply this. So it's not going to change the weight at all. Wait a minute. Damn, I wish I could, yeah, I was like, I wish I could rock two shields, and I could, but I'd need more endurance, but I'm going to hold off on that. So let's... Actually, you know what I might do? Let's test it out. Oh, I forgot. That's awesome. So now I don't have to two-hand it. I can just... Oh, this is going to be a sick fucking combo. Yeah, I think we'll go with that.
Boy.
I really can't wait for the new God of War. Yeah. I'll be honest with you. I wish I wasn't so salty with Sony right now. Because I probably would be very hyped for it, but, and I don't want to be a downer for you, you know, I get the idea, like nobody wants to hear shit talk of something else. It gets to be very toxic and negative, and I don't really want to be that type of person. I know I have been in the past with other things. So I don't want to go into my views on Sony and why I feel the way they do, but I'm not happy with Sony. I'll leave it at that. Like, it's kind of like what we've experienced with that's why I wanted this fast weapon, because it's, I mean, I could for sure go Claymore and probably just one-shot them. But it's kind of like how people were disgruntled with Intel. That's how I feel with Sony. Like, I feel they've grown so complacent and arrogant that they think that they're just top shit. And they're going to pay, because Microsoft is going to go full circle with this shit very quickly. Because if you may or may not know this, but Microsoft, right around the launch of the Xbox, the new one, and the PS5, Microsoft bought several studios, and they've bought more studios since then. And a lot of these studios, I think they just recently bought Ubisoft, if I'm not mistaken. But a lot of these studios are now starting to develop their own exclusive games. And if Microsoft starts putting out exclusives and good quality exclusives, we're now going to see, you know, basically Microsoft becoming like AMD, and Sony is more like Intel, you know, where they're going to get the shit kicked out of them. And I don't really have anything against Microsoft as far as their games or anything like that. The only reason I don't buy or play a lot of them is because their games are, for the most part, available on PC. So it negates me having to buy a system just to have access to those games. And what I'm hoping, and this might be a bit of a pipe dream, but what I'm hoping happens is, because most good quality games take about 3 to 5 years to make. So average of 4 years. What I'm hoping happens is in the next 2 years, because there's already been development of games going on since that time, I'm hoping that what happens is, because the exclusives will be available on PC, Sony might be forced to start porting their games to PC to remain competitive against Xbox. If that happens, we'll start to see God of War, Horizon, and all those games now being ported to PC, because Sony's not making the money off the consoles, and they're still struggling to get them in the hands of gamers because of the silicon shortages. And why are you going to gimp the games to backport them to PS4? Because that's what they're doing with God of War right now. That God of War would have already been out if it wasn't being backported to PS4. That's the reason why it's delayed, because the developers are having to figure out how to basically degrade the game and lower it to the PS4 standard. Dude, have you seen the new TV series, Halo TV? No, I heard about it, but I don't get to watch much TV. Every now and again, I'll binge watch a show that I've been waiting for to watch, but I don't really get to watch much TV. I may need to come back to this center section later, but we'll continue on over here. So we already killed that boss there. Is it good? Oh shit, we have a bunch of friggin' runes. We should have spent those. Now I gotta go back. I didn't realize I had all these runes. It's not bad. I've never really explored the Halo games at all. Never played them. Nothing against it, but I've never owned an Xbox, so... How are we doing on arrows? We're good. I'm not going to port all the way over there just for that. I'm trying to think of the last TV series that I watched. I mean, I do watch series every now and again. Like I'll watch, you know, a TV series. I just can't remember the last one at the moment. Oh, I need to watch Ozark. That was one of the next series I need to catch up on because they just released season 4, but they only released half the season. So I kind of wanted to wait till the whole thing was out. So if you've ever watched Breaking Bad, and you liked it, then you'll probably like Ozark. You can tell it's lower budget. It's not as grand as far as the scale, but that doesn't degrade from the show because it's arguably just as good. It's really good. It's a really good show. I could definitely make it as a recommendation to watch. Oh, Stranger Things is about to launch. I think that's coming out. I think that launches this month. Let me double check. 'Cause I got it on my calendar. Yeah, it launches on the 27th. So, looking forward to that. Although season 3 was a little lacking. I don't know if it was because of the pandemic, and I think I think that launched before the pandemic. I'm not really sure. I do know that this season was delayed quite a bit because of the pandemic. So, which I'd rather them delay it and give us something good because I watched this other show called Lock and Key. The first season of that was really good. And it comes off as like a teen bop TV series, but it is more adult. It just in the beginning it comes off that way. And the first season was really good. And then season 2, it was bad. It was really bad. And I suspect a lot of it had to do with the fact of budgeting issues because of the pandemic and whatnot, because they had to oh shit, that thing just one shot. I just want to get used to this weapon. I could of course use my claymore. I have not, but I know it's good. I mean, all the reviews and everything is pretty much, said it's a good watch. I just haven't put in the time. I did download it once. I just never got around to watching it. Fuckers. I know that the guy obviously who plays Saul is in it, and then obviously because of the name, and then they got Mike. I always thought the Mike character was really a good character, scary looking dude. He's nothing like the character, obviously. He's like a really, really nice guy in real life. But man, that guy can play. Like, he's got a look about him that is like, you would not want to meet him in a dark alley. He plays that Mike character very well. The guy who plays, fuck, I forget the name. So in Breaking Bad, was it Gus? The head meth guy, one of the last meth lords. So that guy, he's also the same actor that they got for, I think, Far Cry 6 is the last Far Cry game they just put out.
Boy.
Yeah, he is. So that actor, the guy that plays Gus, I watched a video with him one day, and he was on an airplane, and there was a lady. Yeah, Far Cry 6. There was a lady that saw him, and she was familiar, obviously with the show, and she recognized him. And when she saw him, like, she was like, kind of scared because she was, thinking, oh, he's the character. And I can relate, it can be a little difficult sometimes to separate the actor from the character. And he used one of the lines from the show to kind of like spook her or whatever. He was just messing with her. And she got so scared. She kind of like ran off. I was like, damn, I wish somebody would have filmed that. That would have been great. I mean, I don't think she was like having nightmares or anything, but it definitely gave her a bit of a scare. I never found him to be particularly scary. Mike, I did. Like, out of all the characters in that show, I found him to be the one to be the most intimidating. He just, like I said, he just has a look about him, and his demeanor is just like, you don't want to fuck with the guy. But in real life, he's like a really, really nice dude. Yeah, exactly. I hated the ending when Hank died, though. Like, because, Hank was a great character. I mean, it fit for the story. I mean, I don't think it should have gone any other way. It definitely worked, but man, that was awful, having Hank die. I think where I really would like to try the scimitar is on one of those catacomb dungeons with those gargoyles. I've already cleared that, so I don't need to go back in there. Let me, so yeah, we got to go all through all of this because we haven't done really any of this. Actually, you know what? I am going to go in there. Hank was a good top guy. Just, yeah. Well, I mean, he was such a great character, and it's like he didn't deserve that. He didn't deserve to die the way he did. It was really messed up. Yeah, we already looted everything in here. Okay, we don't need to fuck with those dudes. Whoa! Fuck this fucking horse. It can be difficult to control sometimes. He just gets away from you. Almost fucking ran off the goddamn cliff. I gotta get up top. There's a show I watched, I think in the fall, called Mr. Robot. That show is really good. I don't know if I would put it like in comparison to like Breaking Bad, but it's actually more derivative of Fight Club. Like the first season, when you're watching it, you're like, oh, okay, this pretty much copied Fight Club. And the guy who wrote the show, admitted, yeah, it's heavily, oh, that's right, he doesn't poison on Torrent. That's right, I forgot about that. Boy. So Torrent can run through this and not get poisoned. Dude, it's great. It's a